Hello, this is Anirban. So I'm making my submission for this Kaggle competition on Google Gemini long context window. So as we can see here, I'm trying to use long context to analyze a software requirement specification document, which I downloaded from the internet, uh, open source, unclassified NATO requirement document, and the dataset details have been given. So all I do is load this requirement document as a text. So this text now I pass as a context to the Gemini, and this allow Gemini to analyze this and give different kinds of prompts. So one could be that I give a requirement ID and I try to get all the related requirements from with that requirement ID. So what are the interrelationships between the requirements? It also be that given a requirement ID, I want that to generate the test cases, including the non-functional requirements and everything. There is also another type of prompt that I can generate the requirement IDs. I can get the requirement IDs from the document requirement topics. So for example, this is the document. So as we can see, this is the document, the SRS document which I'm referring to here. It's a NATO unclassified requirement document, and the purpose, scope, and background, all these things are given here. And if we see, there are different under these different requirement IDs, and some of these requirements are listed under particular requirement topics. For example, reporting is a topic, and there are a number of requirements under that. There could be non-functional requirements, there could be search related requirements. So I'm just quickly going through this document so that actually I am towards the end of the document. I should have from the beginning. Yeah. So as we go through the document, we can see those requirements. For example, administration related requirements. There could be various types of requirements over here listed. Workflow requirements, right? Distribution and archiving requirements. So we can analyze all these requirements and basically ask the Gemini to come up with all the related requirement IDs under a particular requirement. So I'm trying to search for, so for example, this is the workflow related requirements, right? All these things are there. All these requirements, workflow tool, how it has to work, everything. The analytics related requirements, right? We can search, for example, analytics, and we can find the analytics related requirements. For example, these are analytics related requirements, right? We have various types of requirements, and under these requirement headings, the requirements are listed. So search is another type of requirement. So search, for example, is 30, yeah. So all these requirements are there. And what we are doing here is we are using these different prompts. So I'll show one. For example, once I load the Gemini model with my Google API, I give a requirement ID IKMSRS80, and I ask to give all the interrelated requirements, so in a JSON format. So this is what it gives me. It says that 80 and 39 are basically related requirements, and it gives a description of that. And we can experiment with various other requirement IDs, and we can also check different temperature and top P settings over here. There's another important thing that we want to do. Once we have a requirement ID, let's say IKMSR9, I want to generate the test cases from this requirement. So if you see that it has generated the test cases with requirement ID -1, 2, and etc. 3, 4, 5, 6, negative test cases, everything. And it has also listed in non-functional requirements. So for example, it should meet the defined performance objectives, response times, throughput, etc. It should be highly available, and etc. So all these requirements are related to the this particular requirement, the search service, right?